In a world dominated by digital technology, a curious phenomenon is occurring. People are returning to the tangible, the mechanical, the analog. This is especially true in photography. Vintage cameras offer a refreshing alternative. They represent a return to the roots of photography, a conscious decision to slow down, to engage more deeply with the art. One cannot discuss the appeal of vintage cameras without mentioning their tactile beauty. Holding a vintage camera is an experience in itself. The weight, the texture of the leatherette, the satisfying click of the shutter release, these are all part of a sensory symphony that digital cameras simply cannot replicate. Each camera model boasts its unique design and ergonomics. Some are compact and discreet, perfect for street photography. Others are large and imposing, demanding attention and respect. The act of winding the film lever, adjusting the aperture ring, and focusing the lens manually connects the photographer to the camera and the photographic process in a way that digital cameras cannot. The aesthetic appeal of vintage cameras extends beyond their tactile qualities. Owning a vintage camera is like owning a piece of history, a tangible connection to the past. To truly appreciate the resurgence of vintage cameras, one must delve into their historical context. These cameras are not merely tools, they are witnesses to history. They have captured iconic moments, documented social change, and shaped our visual culture. The history of cameras is a testament to human ingenuity, a relentless pursuit of capturing and preserving moments in time. From the early pinhole cameras to the sophisticated rangefinders and SLRs of the 20th century, each innovation brought us closer to a more faithful representation of the world around us. Vintage cameras represent a pinnacle in this evolution, a time when optical and mechanical engineering reached new heights, and these cameras were not just tools for professionals. They were instruments of personal expression. They allowed people to document their lives, share their perspectives, and connect with others through the universal language of photography. Among the vast array of vintage cameras, certain models have achieved iconic status. These cameras, renowned for their craftsmanship, optical excellence, and historical significance, continue to captivate photographers and collectors alike. The Leica, the Rolleiflex, and the Hasselblad are prime examples of cameras that have transcended their utilitarian purpose to become cultural icons. The Leica, with its compact size and exceptional lenses, revolutionized photography. It empowered photographers to capture life as it unfolded unobtrusively and with stunning clarity. The Rolleiflex, a twin-lens reflex camera known for its square format and exceptional portraiture capabilities, became synonymous with glamour and fashion photography. Its unique design and intuitive handling made it a favorite among photographers like Vivian Mayer and Diane Arbus. The Hasselblad, a medium format camera known for its exceptional image quality and modular design, became the camera of choice for professionals in fields ranging from fashion to landscape photography. The magic of film understanding aperture, shutter speed, and film stock. The allure of vintage cameras extends beyond their aesthetics and historical significance. It lies in the magic of film photography itself. Unlike digital cameras, which capture images as a series of pixels, film cameras capture light on a chemical emulsion. This fundamental difference results in a unique look and feel that is difficult to replicate digitally. Understanding the basics of film photography is crucial to unlocking its full potential. Aperture, shutter speed, and ISO form the exposure triangle, the three fundamental elements that determine the brightness and overall look of your photographs. Aperture, controlled by the lens's diaphragm, governs the watt's amount of light entering the camera. Shutter speed dictates how long the shutter remains open, influencing the way motion is captured. ISO refers to the film's sensitivity to light, affecting the overall grain and contrast of the image. Mastering the art. Practical tips for shooting with film. Film photography requires a deliberate and patient approach. Familiarize yourself with your camera's settings and features. Use a light meter to determine exposure settings. Experiment with different film stocks. Composition is key. Frame your shots carefully. Experiment with different perspectives and angles. Finding your vision, composition, light, and creative techniques. The limitations of vintage cameras, often seen as drawbacks, can become powerful creative tools. The absence of autofocus encourages photographers to slow down and truly see the world around them. The fixed lens of many vintage cameras fosters creativity in finding unique perspectives and angles. The manual controls, while initially intimidating, empower photographers to have complete control over their images. Composition, the art of arranging elements within the frame, is paramount in photography. Utilize the rule of thirds, leading lines, and natural frames to create visually compelling images. Light is the language of photography, and understanding how to use it effectively can elevate your images from good to extraordinary. Observe how light interacts with your subject, paying attention to the quality, direction, and color of light. Bridging the gap, blending vintage aesthetics with digital editing. While the allure of vintage cameras lies in the analog process, there's no denying the convenience and creative possibilities offered by digital editing. Blending vintage aesthetics with modern editing techniques allows photographers to create truly unique and captivating images. Scanning your film negatives or prints at high resolutions gives you digital files that can be edited using software like Adobe Photoshop or Lightroom. These programs allow you to fine-tune exposure, contrast, and color balance, bringing out the best in your film photographs. However, it's crucial to approach digital editing with a light touch, preserving the inherent qualities of film while enhancing its beauty. Digital editing also allows you to explore creative techniques that would be difficult or impossible to achieve in the darkroom. The key is to strike a balance between the analog and digital realms, creating images that are both timeless and contemporary. Embrace the experiment, the enduring appeal of vintage photography. In a digital world, vintage cameras remind us to slow down and engage with the craft. Their appeal lies in aesthetics, history, and the unique experience they offer. The tactile process and element of surprise create a sense of wonder. Limitations become strengths, fostering creativity in composition and storytelling. Rediscover the joy of analog photography.